Thank you all, and thank you PPL for a really great program. My name is Bruno. I'm the founder of Soilytix, a DNA testing lab for soil biology and biodiversity. In my first life, I was a biochemist developing technologies for early cancer detection from simple blood tests. I was chief scientific officer of a biotech company in Heidelberg, Germany, which we took to a Series D. But about 2 years ago, I realized that our species faces far more important problems than extending health and lifespan. We've been eroding the foundation of life itself. 40% of our world soils are degraded, 50% of soil carbon has been lost, and current agricultural practices drive about a quarter of annual greenhouse gas emissions. It is estimated that soils will be gone in as little as 60 years. Yes, you heard me correctly. The source of 95% of our food can be gone in as little as 60 years. When we talk about degraded, we don't just talk about a depletion of nutrients. We also talk about a very dangerous depletion of soil life. 1 teaspoon of soil contains more microorganisms than humans on this planet. And it's these microorganisms that are the very foundation of life itself. They help plants to live, they sequester carbon, they help in climate resilience. The change we need lies in agricultural practice and in land management. However, it's been very difficult to evaluate this properly. Both farmers need accurate tools to look at the effects of their regenerative practices, and agricultural input manufacturers also need tools to understand what their products are doing to soil life. The times of Roundup and other dangerous pesticides are over. Lastly, there are supermarket chains and large food corps that want to understand their sustainability in their supply chain and need tools for that. There have been a great amount of soil testing approaches, but most of them have been focused on physical and chemical testing, and there's been very little focus on the biology of soil. And this is very much where we come in. Soilytix is Germany's first laboratory that's exclusively focused on biological soil analyses. We provide a digital fingerprint of all the microbes in the soil. This is bacteria, fungi, and microfauna. And we also interpret these into the ecological functions such as carbon sequestration, nitrous oxide release, and of course biodiversity. This is our lab. We are fully equipped to do all steps necessary, right from a CO2 measurement to DNA and RNA extraction, PCR, DNA sequencing, and also looking at extracellular enzyme activities to study the function of the soil. It's very easy. You just mail us a sample, we extract the DNA, we sequence it, and about 5 days later, our data gets visualized in our dashboard. And the dashboard really provides a technicolor view of soil life. When you send us a sample, we first assess the baseline, where you currently stand. This allows you then to really evaluate your management practices and other effects on the microbial life. We've been approached by one of Germany's largest supermarket chains that is looking for a tool to evaluate their regenerative practices across their network of farmers, and we will provide them a traffic light system where they can monitor their farms over time and essentially understand whether they are truly regenerative or just organic. Currently, organic is easy because you just tick boxes, how much space you have, if you use synthetic pesticides or not, but there currently is no label for regenerative farming, and we want to provide the first such eco-label. Besides agriculture, you all heard that the 12th of July was a big day for the European Union and the world when the nature restoration law was passed, and our technology is also able to boost biodiversity in the sense that we can measure it very, very accurately, not just from soil but also from water and hopefully air in the future. To deliver on this, we've put together a real rock star team of first principle thinkers that are excellent biologists, statisticians, and farmers. We also put together a strong advisory board network of heavy industry veterans. Since coming out of stealth earlier this year, we're already seeing tremendous tractions across all verticals we've been looking at. We're currently working with farms and universities to check our platform to evaluate regenerative practices. Besides that, we're in contact with 2 large seed producers that have thousands of testing fields to evaluate their intercropping and other products. And lastly, as I mentioned, we've been already in touch with a large supermarket chain that wants to evaluate all their contract producers. The business model is simple. We have a subscription service which is calculated by the area we are sampling times the frequency, and we're again targeting direct-to-farm ag retailers and manufacturers, as well as food co-ops and supermarket chains. We want to raise 2 million in order to build out our platform additionally and increase our sales up to 1 million. We currently already have filed IP for yield prediction with proprietary signatures of microbes, but we want to do the same for building models for nutrient content in the plants as well as for carbon sequestration. Thank you very much for your attention, and I look forward to interacting more with you today.